Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fully loaded pay-per-view, and trust me, it lives right up to its name. 7 match cards, and each match card has its own story to tell. Let's start you off with the Intercontinental Champion, Austin Theory. He has been dominating, and he's been on one dominating run, but the man who has been calling himself the second coming of a pillar, Adam Cole, has been fighting, scratching, and doing what he has to do each and every week, defeating Drew McIntyre in a gauntlet match and earning his opportunity to Austin Theory for the Intercontinental Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, we cannot talk about Fully Loaded without talking about how personal, how grueling the rivalries will get and how they've gotten, and that right there is going to be the combination of a no-holds-barred match. Moxley Reigns, it finally goes down. Moxley was the one that told Rollins to pull the trigger, and that right there was the final night. The Shields were the Shield. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of final nights, let's talk about the final night. Cody Rhodes was World Heavyweight Champion, and that night was SummerSlam. And after he lost the matchup, a man who has been feeling nothing but anger over the last 6 months of his career being taken away by the hands of the American Nightmare, Kevin Owens, made his return at SummerSlam and sent a statement over the last couple of weeks. They have been brawling, they have been having words of a war, and overall, war is the only word you can put into effect when you talk about these two. The hatred goes so very deep. But ladies and gentlemen, the women's division was promised depth, and Damage Control has been given it to them, because Damage Control has had a war over siege when it comes to the women's division, and Rhea Ripley is understanding she might not be the dominant one no more. The first ever challenger for the women's champion, Bayley, steps up once again, and she rises with Io Sky and Dakota Kai as they try to take the World Women's Championship from Rhea Ripley. Is it gonna happen? Find out here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we talked about what the Big Uso, the Tribal Chief, is going to be doing, but we haven't talked about what the Twins are going to be doing. The Usos are going to be putting the Tag Team Championships on the line when they take on the OC, the original club, the only club that matters. And ladies and gentlemen, they've been sleeping on them. The WWE Universe has been sleeping on them, but trust when I say, when Machine Gun Anderson and Doc Gallows step into the ring, those two men right there are some of New Japan's finest, and the Usos are going to get a little taste of that come Fully Loaded. But ladies and gentlemen, also, we have a Mayhem exclusive matchup. Tommaso Ciampa is going to go one-on-one with the debuting Samoa Joe. Joe makes his debut. Ciampa makes his debut. Both men making their, not in-ring, Ciampa making his in-ring debut, but both men making their pay-per-view debut, and it's going to be one hell of a matchup. And it all started when Samoa Joe made his debut attacking Johnny Gargano, as Johnny Gargano had just come back from injury, and now Tommaso Ciampa wants to get a little bit of retribution for his best friend as he looks to take on Samoa Joe. And ladies and gentlemen, the matchup that is confirmed for the main event, but the matchup that we thought was going to be a one-on-one matchup between Randy Orton and Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Those two men have gone nowhere, but the man who has infiltrated is a man among many, a man who has been called and named the best wrestler of our decade, and that man right there is Bryan Danielson. Danielson entered his way into the main event, and now it is going to be a triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. All this plus so much more right here on Fully Loaded.